In honor of Mother's Day this Sunday, we're taking a look at a growing trend in motherhood, women becoming single moms by choice. Advancements in fertility treatments and the expansion of medical insurance coverage have made it possible for more women to have children on their own. One of our very own CBS Morning producers did just that. I spoke with her and others about creating a family with only mom at the helm.
I had an aching to be a mother. I had a longing to be a mother.
At 40 years old, CBS News producer Wendy McNeil gave birth to her daughter Harlow.
My boo-boo.
A lifelong dream so important to her that she chose to have the baby on her own.
I said to myself, in 15 to 20 years, would I be more upset that I didn't have a kid or more upset that I didn't fall in love and get married? And I was like, if I didn't have a kid, for me, I feel like my life wouldn't be as fulfilled.
She picked a donor and went through 3 rounds of fertility treatments. Holding Harlow in her arms is a reminder she made the right choice.
Even when she's like, even when she's like this and gets a little fussy, I'm grateful that she made me a mother and that I got this opportunity.
40 years ago, when New York psychotherapist Jane Mattis became pregnant, fewer women were purposely having children on their own.
I was 36, and all my friends were actually having fertility problems, and it occurred to me that I might not have this opportunity again. I was one of these people who was told a lot, you'll be such a wonderful mother.
So she decided to have the baby, knowing his father would not be in the picture. To get the support she needed, she created her own village and started Single Mothers by Choice.
You really can't raise a child alone, but you can make sure that as a single parent, you have a lot of people in the child's life who love that child.
Over the years, that network has connected 30,000 women. Mattis attributes the growth to better fertility treatments, more inclusive medical insurance, a change in societal attitudes, and higher incomes for women. As for Mattis's son, he started his own family, making his mother a grandmother.
My genes were chosen.
Brothers Mackenzie and Cooper Schoenthaler were chosen by their mother, a doctor, more than 2 decades ago. She had them at 41 and 45 using the same donor.
Do you miss not knowing who your father is?
Frankly, no. We have an amazing family and amazing family relationships. We loved our childhood. We have a very caring mother. Didn't see our parents cry, and scream and throw things, and because there weren't 2 parents.
How has that impacted your own relationships by not seeing tension, by not seeing people work through those same things that you spoke of?
I think that I am more conflict avoidant than other people as a result because I was raised in a household with 0 conflict. Perhaps that's one of the drawbacks.
The brothers have few demographic details about the man who contributed to their DNA, but they do have his extensive medical history.
What would you ask him?
I would thank him for giving away sperm because I know that can be sort of just an odd thing for someone to do, especially knowing that they have potentially 10 or more kids running around the world. But I would also thank him for being tall. We're definitely appreciative of being taller than the rest of our family. He's given us nothing but genetics, and that's crucial.
Yay.
For baby Harlow, she can decide if she wants to know who her donor is when she turns 18.
I know.
Until then, McNeil is prepared to tell her daughter how she got here.
I'm always going to be open and honest and transparent. She doesn't have a dad, she has a donor. I had her on my own.
She never closed the door on finding love, just opened the one that led her to baby Harlow first.
So now you can still do that, but you have fulfilled the dream, the want, the desire to be a mom.
Yeah, and I can do it on my own terms.
We are now joined by Wendy McNeil and her beautiful baby, her first live television interview. 4 months
Harlow.
old. Wendy, thank you so much.
Hi, friends.
For
Hello.
joining us. And I
Yes.
tell you, when I saw you a few months ago, more than a few, but you told me, that you were making this decision, and I thought we should do a story.
Yeah.
Because I've heard more and more women over the years making that decision. What was the tipping point for you? Because you talk about saying, would I be more upset if I didn't, have a child, but I did go for trying to get married and whatnot? But what was that tipping point?
I had an aching, a longing to be a mother. And for me, that meant doing it by any means necessary. And I had to get realistic about my circumstances. I mean, the fact of the matter is I was in my late 30s, and, you know, there are certainly biological pressures that we face.
Yeah.
And
You said it was like an article, too, that you saw.
Yeah, and
it felt like...
I basically was, I had asked the universe, I was like, give me a sign that this is the path that I need to take.
Yeah.
And the sign came in the form of this op-ed in the New York Times. It was called, Single at 38, Have That Baby. And I was like, done. And I read the story, and the woman I completely related to, and I was like, this is it. I'm gonna do it.
We know that insurance played a role in this too. I mean, you had the coverage. So talk to us about that in terms of, you know, women who are watching this or thinking about that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm fortunate that I work for an employer that, you know, provides reproductive insurance, and I was able to do this basically almost nothing out of pocket, little to nothing out of pocket.
That's great.
And that's not, you know, something that is extended to a lot of people.
It's a blessing. Nate and I are over making googly eyes. I
gotta get a smile because Nate got a smile. In the
I know, she got a smile.
whisperer,
I
man.
know.
She's doing so well.
It's that fun age right now where, like, she's showing a little bit of personality and the smiles are coming out, and so it's a fun time.
How do you deal with the tough parts? Because it is just you.
I breathe through it.
Yeah.
And I always find gratitude. When I have the moments where, like, it's a little tough, I will work through that, and then I'll come back to gratitude, because the fact that I was able to have her, and, you know, and it's been a pretty smooth process at this point, like, I always come back to gratitude.
And I know you know this, but here at CBS, she has a bunch of cousins, uncles, aunties, grandmothers, grandfathers. This is family, so you know we're all a phone call away.
Yes, I love you guys so much. I've already had so much support from you guys. I've had conversations with each of you about parenting and asking questions, and so thank you so much for all your support, for sure.
We're here for you, Harlow. We got you, girl.
Go Lolo. Yeah, Lolo is her nickname.
Lolo?
Yeah, go Lolo. Go Lolo.
Go Lolo.
Thank you.
You too.